Hey guys, this is Gigi. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to put together some balloon clusters today, and then I'm going to show you how to string them together using this long 260 twister balloon. First step is going to be to inflate all of your balloons. If you haven't watched our other video on tools and inflators, especially if you're using double stuffed balloons with us, you want to make sure you watch that video. It's going to go over different inflators and different techniques for tying. I use a professional balloon inflator, so most people don't have one of these at home, so that video is really going to help you kind of get through this step a lot easier. If you have a pack of clusters that has 17-inch balloons, they're the larger ones, you are going to start by pairing a 17 off with an 11-inch balloon. If not, you're just going to move on to the 11-inch balloons like so. We're just going to quick cover how to inflate them and how to size them. So I start by inflating them to helium size, which is oblong, your normal balloon shape, but we don't want to leave them this size. It's too big. They're going to pop and they're not going to fit together very well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and let some air out and then push. And that's going to get it to a nice round shape. Inflating it to the oblong shape actually helps stretch the latex out, so it makes them more flexible and it makes them less likely to pop. I'm going to do the same thing here, like so. Should probably go a little bigger on that one. Okay. About like that. And about really big. Then I'm just going to take them, I'm just going to crisscross the next, twist them around each other. That just keeps the air from escaping while I'm tying them. Just makes it easier to tie. I put one, just tie them once. Some people like to tie them twice, especially with the larger balloons, because I guess it can help keep air from leaking out. So if you're doing this several days in advance, you might want to do that. I typically don't, but it is a personal preference. I'm going to set that aside. Moving on to our 11s. So once we've done our 17s and paired them off, then we're going to take our remaining 11s and we're going to make pairs out of those. Better. These don't have to be perfectly the same size, but relatively close. For a garland, it's really not going to matter. It gives it kind of that more organic shape. If you're doing a balloon tower, that's when I would be more careful about sizing them, but for garlands and other things, it's not as big of a deal. One thing I want to cover quick with the double stuff, make sure you don't inflate them in this step super big because you don't want to pop the outside balloon. So I don't go quite as liberal with my double stuff balloons. And I let out a little more air, get these nice round shape. And then when I go to tie them, I always try to highlight this in all my videos. The easiest way to tie double stuff balloons is going to be to grab the inside neck, just the inside balloon, okay? So I'm going to pull that inside out and I'm going to tie those together. It's going to make it a lot easier. There's no air technically in the outside balloon, so you don't need to tie it. So just do that and you will save your fingers. It's going to get especially hard with the larger balloons, so just make sure to do that instead. For your 5-inch balloons, you can either inflate them and make quads, or you can do triplets. Depending on time saving, quads are faster. But triplets are going to give you more coverage and you're going to see more of them. When you put them in the little quad packs, you kind of lose one of the balloons, but it is faster. Way too big? I'm actually going to just clip in a video here so you can see what happens when these get this size. Case in point. Case in point. Your balloon should never be inflated that full. We've seen it, and that's just way too full. So we're gonna go ahead and deflate those down to a nice round fist size. Tie them off, like so. Now if I have a set of 3, I'm just gonna make a triplet. I'm just gonna take that, tie that in, and set that aside. If I want to do a quad, I'm just going to take these. We're going to make our first cluster, crisscross, wrap them around like so. And then I'll show you at the end how to add these into your cluster or your garland. Now that we have everything blown up, we're going to get started. Make sure you take your rings off. Don't wear jewelry when you're doing this. I tend to forget that, and you don't want to pop anything. So mine aren't going to come off right now, but don't wear rings. We'll start with a small cluster. So you've got a 17-inch and an 11. Just gonna go ahead and make a quad out of these. So crisscross the necks, wrap them around each other, like so. That is a small cluster. For a large cluster, you're going to have 2 sets of these. If you're stringing this all together in a garland, as usual, you're going to keep this 260 in one long piece. If you're just going to put 2 together and just make a cluster to hang on like a light fixture or on like a pillar out front, you're going to go ahead and cut this in half, because we're going to use part of this to attach the 5-inch balloons. Since I have extra and I'm going to just show you how to string it along, we're just going to leave it long for this video. First thing is going to be to take this and tie it around your first cluster, just using a regular shoelace knot. So nothing super crazy, just tying it in like that. And we're going to go in here. And we always want to make sure we're squeezing these together. I use my hands and I pull the balloons as tight as I can. I want my build to be very tight. I want everything to be together so that when I wrap it, I don't have these like floppy pieces in the middle. So pulling this tight, taking my thumb and pushing that together, really pulling those together tight. Wrapping it once and twice in a figure 8, like that, like so. If you're going to keep wrapping and making a long garland, don't worry so much where the 17s are. At the very end, you can take, after you hang it or before you hang it, you just take and start twisting things around, kind of moving it where you want it. If you are just going to use this kind of as a fixture or something you're going to hang up on a pillar or a light fixture, that kind of works nice. Where you have the 17s kind of poking out this side, and then we'll just add our 5-inch balloons right in there. So if I was going to continue with this, whether you have a large, medium, small, whatever, you're just going to kind of keep doing the same thing. You're just going to keep adding along the line until you run out of 260. When you run out of 260, you're going to want to take a tail from in here, and you're going to want to take the 260. I usually stop when there's about that much left. Okay, I don't go all the way down to the very end. I usually leave about that much. So when I've run out, I have balloons all the way to the end. I'm going to take the tail from here. I'm going to take the 260. I'm just going to tie those in a knot them off, and then I'm just going to tie a new 260 into the balloons and continue going. Now that our clusters are put together, we're going to move on into our 5-inch balloons. I'm going to grab a piece of my 260. So this is just half of that 260. I'm going to tie it in just a shoelace knot, same as always, to one quad, or sorry, triplet. And then tie the other end to the other triplet. I want to make sure it's got some stretch in between, because I'm going to go ahead and just pop this right into that cluster. I really do this when it's hanging, so if you're doing a whole garland, I assemble everything, I will hang it up, and then I add my 5s. I don't add them as I go. I don't add them while it's on the floor. It's going to make it easier because you'll have it all arranged. You'll see exactly where you need to fill in the holes and the gaps. But just for the sake of this, so I'm just going to take it and slide it in one side, and then you can wrap it. You don't necessarily have to figure 8 it, but you can if you want. It will tighten it. It'll make it harder to like move around. Not impossible, but just like that. So there we go. And that's your quad, or that's your cluster. So that's how you're going to do it with multiples. I'll show you one other way to tie the quads in case you want to do them like as singles. You don't want to pair them off like this. It's super easy. So I went ahead and cut this out, and I have this tail now, this 260. I would just figure out where I want to put it, and then I'm just going to cut that. So I'm going to grab a tail. I'm going to take this 260. We're going to tie them together, just kind of like as if you're tying 2 balloon tails. Just your regular knot, tie them together. Now I have this little thing, and I can just kind of move that around. So that's one way of doing it. I like tying them in the sets because it makes it really fast to add them at the end, like so.